Showbiz in full HD.
Nandi Madida, welcome to Showbiz in Full HD.
Thank you.
What an honor to have you. It's so funny. We were just kind of talking about when we met, and we just kind of clicked, and we've been checking each other out.
Yes.
And you're flying. You're just flying high. I know you had a big birthday recently. How does it feel?
Sure. Can I tell you?
Straight in there with the age.
I'll tell you why, because I'm very 2-3 people at dinner.
Yes.
Just to celebrate my
And then your
birthday.
man got a little sneaker.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
was very good with that. So we did have a dinner, and I thought, oh wow, this is beautiful. Something small, something intimate. I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
It was the biggest surprise birthday, that my husband had planned for me, which is amazing.
You deserve it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Hey, balance. That's what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're here to talk about the brand new show, Made in Africa. It's so exciting. I'm so excited to see it, I must say.
Yes.
But I want to talk about you for a bit first.
Okay.
Because, your journey has been an interesting one, and you didn't stop. You got cut down a bit, you didn't stop. You got cut down again. And just tell us a little bit about your journey for the people who maybe don't know who Nandi Madida is.
Absolutely. I think it's an important narrative too for anyone who's aspiring to do anything in their life and achieve anything. For me, life started out, look, I had a great childhood. I was actually the overachiever growing up.
Yeah.
And it was great for me at some point that, of course, everyone knows, or most people know, when entering, these huge national presenter searches. Where all these kids wanted to be the winner, wanted to be a part of it, were entering, including myself, being runner-up twice.
I know. You were pipped at the post by Minnie, pipped at the post by Danae. We need to have words.
And by the way, we're all sisters, and it's amazing. But
yeah.
it was so necessary for me, and this is why it's important for one's journey to focus on their own individual journey. And why is because I know someone like Minnie would understand, because she knew me from when I was a kid. I was that kid who'd enter whatever and literally win that contest all the time.
Yeah.
And I've never been arrogant, but there's a genuine sense of humility you get from losing.
It's true.
Failing is very necessary. And for me, because that was my journey and my story, I needed to fail. Not knowing that's also going to shape my character for later on.
Sure.
So
And it's about timing, hey? Because
Absolutely.
in a way, if you win all the time, you maybe it is the wrong time, and then you won't have the longevity in that. You know what I mean? I sound so wise in my old age.
No, I love it. No, because that's also another issue where if you peak too early, you struggle to be relevant, rather.
Yes, yeah.
And so I'm actually very grateful how everything worked out. But you don't see that when you're young. You're just like, oh my goodness.
I lost one thing.
Absolutely.
But now, obviously as well, you're a singer, you're an actress, you're an everything. You're a Jill of all trades, we like to say. Now, you've kind of leaned more towards the TV side of things of late. Is there more music coming? Because it's been a while, girl.
Absolutely. This is that year.
Yes. Is it?
And I did it intentionally, yes. Myself and Kay are going to come back with another single.
Ooh, I got a scoop.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. And then I'll be coming up with my EP too.
Okay.
Which I've been recording also in New York. There's a reason for that. Music, funny enough, is my first love. And I'm very sensitive about it. So I wanted to make sure it's almost a hobby.
Yeah.
And a passion where I'm not necessarily seeing it as the breadwinner.
Yes, yeah. It's like a bit of a release from the rat race.
Absolutely. So I wanted to protect that craft. Everything else, television, come in, come out, do that, do this, and I've been doing it since I was 15. But music, I'm so sensitive about music. I'm a true creative, so that's my baby.
It's hard, hey, and it's hard to go. I did that. I did like the comeback thing, and it's the scariest thing ever, especially after you're a little bit older. Like you almost kind of are. You kind of overanalyze things like that, but it's a good thing.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a good thing.
No, absolutely. So I'm glad everything's happened the way it has. Just because it's also more organic.
Sure.
So whether it plays on radio or doesn't, or whatever the case may be, I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it, rather than like I really need the song.
And not just churning out something that's commercial that you know is going to be played. Because you've got to stay true to you and whatever your sound is or is going to be. I mean, maybe it'll be similar. Maybe I can't wait.
Yes,
I'm so excited. And then on the TV side of things, because that's why we're here to talk about this awesome new show. The acting side and the presenting side, I feel like you really have been focusing more on the presenting side of things.
Absolutely.
Is that like a tactical thing that you've done, or has it just kind of happened for you, or is that where you're going?
That's very interesting. With my life, unfortunately, I've never been able to predict my life. So I was the kid who was doing music. Like I performed at the Gateway Theatre of Shopping, rather, when I was 14, 15. I had a kids show on SABC2.
Yeah.
So I've always been doing both, and I acted on Blue Crush 2 when I was, I think, 17 with Universal Studios. So I've been exposed to kind of all types of art,
all facets, yeah.
And I can never predict. It's whatever opportunity that I love at the time, For example, I remember with the song I did with K.O., I was very skeptical, and it wasn't for my husband, because he was obviously Sony exec then.
Yeah.
He was always like, no, you really should do this. And I was like, no, but hip-hop's relevant now, so I don't want to be like, I'm jumping on the bandwagon. And I did, because he wouldn't keep quiet about it. My husband's like, no, you should do this.
Got to obey the man.
Did it, absolutely. And who would have thought that it became a hit? Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So my life always turns out that way.
It does.
Very strange, but I like it.
I like it a lot. But now let's talk about Made in Africa, because this show is for everybody. It literally is. And I'm so excited because, you're a style icon as well. So how did it come about that they asked you to present it, or are you involved in the production, or you know what I mean? Was it an part of the idea that you had as well, or did they just approach you and say you are the girl for the job?
Oh yes, well I can tell you at the time I think it was more organic for them, and it's, look, I'll be completely transparent. I had a couple of other fashion shows where they had approached me, and what I loved most about this one is the fact that it was about the continent.
Yes.
And that was important to me, that narrative. Yeah. So we've seen South African fashion shows, love them too, absolutely, but it's something else when you include the continent, you're more inclusive of the continent. I love everything Pan-Africanist, anything about Pan-Africanism. That's who I am, that's my narrative, that's who I've been.
I think there are elements of that in everyday life anyway here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's such a rich, apart from the diversity of South Africa as we all know it, with our Rainbow Nation and everything else, there's the Pan-Africanism as well, which is just, and also there's more cross-referencing in the movie side of things, in the African continent and here. So it makes perfect sense for us to visit the entire continent.
Oh, absolutely. And so I've always been a huge lover of my continent. I'm African first before South African.
Yeah.
And that's how I fell in love with the concept and thought, wow, that'd be amazing. And then, of course, told them that, guys, I'd also like to be very involved. Put it out there for them if I could be executive producer. And how empowering is it when someone says yes?
Oh, baby.
The fact that
but don't you think that
female,
you have to ask? This is this is my mantra is you just ask, because the worst they can say is no.
Absolutely.
And sometimes they do, and then you're just like,
and that's okay.
Hey, we're on the subject now of the whole reason why we spoke to you today, and that is to talk about Made in Africa.
Absolutely.
Tell us more.
I sneeze again.
She's gonna sneeze. That's okay. Bless you. Tell us a little bit exactly for the listeners and for the audience, what is the show about? How does it run?
Oh my goodness, I love talking about the show. So the show is a reality fashion show, but it's all over the continent. It's about the continent. It's about all of our talents throughout the continent. And what I love the most is that it's not just about television, it's really about fashion, which was paramount for me.
Yeah.
As in, the winner gets to showcase their line at the space, and I think that's important. Where, from a commercial perspective, they get to sell their garments. So this is not about the show and we get a winner and
then you just get money and you're left on your own. Because
absolutely.
I always feel like that's great, but they need to get a foot up, and they need to,
And then people ask, where are they? Whatever the case is, well, you can find them at the space, which I think is terrific. And more importantly too, the KZN Youth Development and Film Commission and Fashion Council was so supportive of we worked with a lot of young people who are new to production, so you were kind of grooming everyone into production, and they did so well. I mean, for a lot of people this was their first time. I'm from KZN, and we're not exposed to the life, lights, camera, action.
Imagine, and they're coming from wherever,
right? Absolutely,
in the middle of nowhere, even.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. So it was so exciting for them to be a part of such a production, and that's what I love. It really did. I think more than anything, encourage people to think bigger, to know that it is tangible, it is something you can do, And every day was so exciting. I'm very quirky. So every day
Really?
was really had lots of laughs. I just like acting like I'm sophisticated. So we had a lot of fun.
Yes.
And it really, the person who wins is made in Africa and for the globe.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to wear their garments.
I'm excited to find out what's going down. But you know, it's interesting that you say about the whole production of the show as well, because I feel like people would imagine it's a reality show and that the people who are coming to enter want to be famous. But in the fashion sense, fashion designers, just because they're creative, aren't necessarily wanting to be in the public eye, as in be on television and have their story told.
Absolutely.
So it is a big step for them to come out of their studio or out of their space and come and present their work to the masses.
Yeah.
Before it's even with the masses, so to speak. You know,
that's an interesting point. You know what also was interesting is the fact that because I was a bit afraid from a television perspective that you wouldn't find personalities coming out, and I was so surprised how like our fashion designers are the most like riveting people to be around. Also on camera, which is really impressive because you're busy working, you're under pressure, but the fact that you can also be so charismatic, you know, which is great for television too. And of course, like you're saying, for them to be able to showcase their talent and work before anyone else sees it, you know, on camera, which is...
It's quite a scary thing too.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is quite daunting, but they handled it so well.
How many episodes are we going to get of Made in Africa?
Oh, we're going to get 10 amazing.
10? So how many designers is it then?
Episodes. So there's two for each episode.
Okay.
And of course we eliminate, and then the finale is the final 2 from all of our contestants. Our top contestants.
All right.
It gets... Sure, I'm just thinking.
And then what about the tasks and things? Like who are the people who are setting tasks and telling them what to do?
So there's a reason why, because there's so many like.
There are secrets.
Gosh,
I feel like you'll have to kill me if you...
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I might have to.
Oh my gosh.
Because literally you in like a cul-de-sac, because you know, trying to figure out who's better than who. So, but who are your taskmasters? But, of course, we had amazing mentors. Fizzy.
Oh, mentors, not taskmasters.
Yes,
what
but it's the same. Absolutely, mentors and Greg, they were amazing.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, not only are they experts and they really know what they're talking about. I mean, Fizzy is a lecturer, and in Greg's case, he's been in the industry for over 40 years, which is just insane. Yeah, wow. Right? But they really are also very loving. And you know, they're so passionate about fashion. So you can see how close it is to their heart to ensure that these guys walk away being educated. Yes, and having grown. In the industry and having grown, most importantly. And I think that's what's so beautiful. And their personalities are so different too, but also great on camera. So I enjoyed that, and I learned a lot myself from them. In fact, I still contact them to ask them quite a lot in terms of fashion. So I learned a lot. I was a scholar too throughout the show, which is also quite interesting. And that's the most important thing. Yes, it's for television, but we want people to learn about fashion and fall in love with fashion.
And the influences of the continent, like you said earlier about the Pan-Africanism of the continent and how it does, you know, come into South Africa as well.
Yes, and it's just simple things. Like I will tell you something.
She's going to kill me.
Where, for example, you know, in South Africa, a big thing is pattern making.
Yes.
But in the rest of Africa, it's not necessarily a big thing, where they literally just look at your body and work.
They don't make
from
patterns.
Your body.
What?
No. How insanely talented do you have to be able to do that?
That is amazing.
Absolutely. So there was little things like that. Now you can't get something like that or know about something like that if you do a show only in South Africa. Yeah. That's where we got to find out so much because it was a show for Africa. So very exciting.
I'm excited. It's a BET. Yes. It's starts on the 30th.
On the 30th. 9 o'clock.
There you go. Nandi, thank you so much for chatting to us. Absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see the show. I feel like it's a good thing for the country. I feel like it's a good thing for the continent. Yes. And having you at the helm is a good thing.
Yes, it's a good thing. Thank you so much. And by the way, you guys can't see it. I wanted a jacket.
We're going to talk about this.
She is fashion.
We're going to talk about
She's
this.
made in Africa.
But you got
Showbiz in full HD.